Hello guys. So top K frequenced any elements is going to be a bit hard. I did find it a bit hard because we have to do so many things here. And let's see how we can do this problem. So the problem says that you are given an array, right? And inside a array we have to return k most frequent elements. For example, if 1 1 1 1 2 2 3 and k equals to 2, then we will return 2 and 1. So 1 being the most frequent and second being the bit less frequent than 1, right? So this is the problem statement. Now what we have to do is that we have to break this problem down logically into multiple steps. For example, that first we will create a hash map or Python dictionary to store frequency count. Second, we will create a list of buckets, that is list of list. Third, we will store element inside so element we will store inside buckets. Fourth, we will create a result array list. We will traverse the buckets in descending order, right? And we will stop and return the we will stop and we will return the result when length of result is equals to k. So this is what we have to, this is the funda for this problem, that we'll create a hash map hash map. We will create a list of buckets. We will create a hash map, then we will store the frequency count of all the elements in this list. After that, we will create a list of buckets, which means list inside list, blank list inside list. Then we will store elements inside each list. Then we will create another list called result. We will traverse all these buckets created and we will push it inside final result. So let's see how we can do it, right? So first thing first is creation of frequency counter. I have created this, and now what I will do is, for I in range for I in nums and inside nums, if I in frequency, then frequency I plus equals 1, else frequency I equals 1, right? This way we will have our word frequency count. So if I do print frequency, so this should give me this. So 1 appearing 1 time, 4 appearing 4 time, 2 appearing 2 time, 3 appearing 1 time. Great. Now what we have to do is, so this is our step 1. Step 1, right? Step 2. So step 2 will be create a list of buckets. So I will call it buckets. So when we are creating a bucket, we are essentially creating it to store all the elements, right? So what we can do is, we can create a variable and named m, which has length of nums, right? And then we can create for I in range and nums, and before that I will create buckets equals blank array, and here I will do buckets dot append this blank list, right? Nums plus 1. Okay, now what I will do is print buckets. Now I will print it nums plus 1. Okay, sure, n. Okay, so this we have now, right? So what we will do is, after this creation of bucket, we will move towards pushing these elements inside bucket. So what's gonna happen is, for item comma count, this is how it is, right? If we see this, item is 1, count is 1, item is 3, count is 1, item is 2, count. So item comma count in we have this frequency items, right? Now what we will do is, we will do this buckets dot buckets count dot append item. Okay, now if I print this buckets, I will see something like this: 1 3 2 4 blah blah blah. Okay, so interesting fact here is that if 0 1 2 3 4 4 it is appearing 4 times, then we have stored 4, right? So what we can do is, finally, this is, now we are approaching towards now we will do create results array, right? Now inside results array, what we will do is, we will iterate this in descending order. So for I in range n comma 0 comma minus 1, and if I print I, you will see that this is something like this. So I will remove this print statement also, buckets. So 8765431 and none is 0. Okay, So what I will do is that if buckets I print buckets I, so what will happen? This will happen, right? So what I will do now is that result dot append buckets I, right? And if n, sorry, length of results double equals k, then return results. If I run this, okay, sure. So what we can do is that results dot append, so here for item in buckets I, and we will do item. If I do this photo, right? So this is our complete code. If I go here and copy this, let's see what happens here. So like this. So we have frequency, okay. So let's see if our code is running successfully. Okay, for good. So now we will run it. Okay, so this got accepted, right? So if I do submit it, okay, so it beats 33.19%, which is okay, but if I come across better solution than this, I'll find it. So the funda is clear here also, right? That we will create a hash map to store frequency count, then we will create list of buckets, right? Then we will store something like this. For example, for each and every count we will store the item. For example, if 4 is appearing, element 4 is appearing 4 times, so we will go inside bucket number 4 and store the 4, right? And then finally we will create a results array. We will iterate through our buckets and we will check if elements in bucket exist. If it exists, we will iterate through all the items in that particular bucket and we will append the items in the result array. We will check if the length of result is equals to k, then we will return the result. So this is the final code.